Reasons why real estate agents change brokerages. At some point during a real estate agent's career, it's likely that they're going to assess whether or not they're positioned at the best possible place they could be running their real estate business. And there's a variety of reasons why this will happen for most at some point in the journey. In this video, I'm breaking down what the 5 biggest reasons are why real estate agents will change brokerages at some point. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Roicki. I help people build income and wealth in real estate, and I run an international real estate team at eXp Realty. If you get any value whatsoever out of this video, all I'd ask is that you hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you in the time ahead. That being said, let's dive into the video. So the first reason why real estate agents change brokerages is they have no help, or they're not getting the kind of help and support they need to navigate the next steps forward towards where it is they want to go in this business. It could be something as simple as helping a client or getting help with the contract, filling out forms. It could be a variety of different things, but bottom line is they're finding that when they go to get help, they actually don't have the help and support they need. So that's a big one. And the second reason why real estate agents change brokerages is a lack of training. And this is very commonplace in our industry. There's a variety of different ways that the training can look, and on one extreme there could be no training depending on the brokerage environment you're in. On the other extreme, there could be so much training you couldn't possibly consume it even with all the hours of the day. So hopefully there's something closer to the side of an abundance of training versus lack. But bottom line is, it's very commonplace that for someone, especially if they're newer to the business, but even if they're not newer to the business, they're finding that they don't have the information, the training, the masterminding, the resources they need from people who have already done what it is they want to do, who are there to actually help them do it. More often than not, agents are finding that they're on their own to figure it out within their brokerage, and too often there's a lack of training. And the third reason why real estate agents change brokerages comes down to the leads. In fact, it's no leads, it's an absence of leads. So this is something that all too often is overpromised and underdelivered in our industry. But fact is, a lot of brokerages have very little, if anything, to offer in the way of leads. And I'd say it's more common than not that there is nothing that is being offered in the way of leads. And so it's a very common reason. I would couple this one with, there's probably going to be more of a reason than this, but bottom line is there could be a better opportunity for someone to actually get more in the way of leads just by being in a completely different brokerage environment. So that one can come into play as well. The fourth reason why real estate agents change brokerages is because they're finding that over the course of time closing deals that the broker is taking too much money. And hopefully it's not a situation where they're taking something that you weren't expecting. More often it's something you agreed to, and over the course of time you're just seeing how it adds up, and it's seemingly just they're getting a huge take. I mean, there's agents out there that are paying in, that are highly productive, that are paying in well into the mid 5 figures, sometimes even into the 6 figures in terms of what they're paying into their brokerage via splits, via fees, etc. So some brokerages don't really have a structure where that's minimized for a top producer. And so just depending on your situation, your production, but even if you're not a top producer, it could be flat fees. It could be the cost to even just have your license active with the firm. It could be on the higher side versus not. But that's a very common one because every company out there is going to get their money one way or another. Some are more heavy on the fixed cost, others are more heavy on the splits, and some have caps, some don't, and some offer more in the way of an opportunity financially. So that's a very common thing that makes sense to assess. And honestly, that fourth thing I think is something that agents should assess more often than they do in their real estate brokerage. I think there's far too many agents out there that aren't truly cognizant of what they're paying into their brokerage year after year. So I would definitely look at those numbers. And the fifth reason why real estate agents change brokerages is a bad culture. That could relate to some of the first points too, like not having help, but like it's a culture that's not positive, not productive, not having a place where you're surrounding yourself with growth-minded people who are truly out there making it happen and wanting to collaborate and contribute. Because most cultures out there, they're not collaborative. That's not the standard in our industry. The standard is that you have a competitive culture of agents in your local office who are all competing for the same business. So by nature of that, there tends to be a limited amount of collaboration and help and support amongst agents because we're all running our own business, and there's not too big of a reason for most agents to spend a lot of their time, energy, and effort helping their competition grow and succeed. So just by nature of that, it's a natural thing, competitive environment. But with that, you know, cultures can look very different from place to place too. So if you're a part of a place that has a bad culture, that's a very common reason. And that could be as simple as the brokerage pissing you off, doing something that's not a good cultural alignment, you could say. So a lot of agents get upset at their broker for one reason or another at some point. That's a very common reason why agents will leave their firm and go to another one. But you know, that bad culture can even stem into things that I think a lot of people don't even consider. Like there's agents out there who I know are scared to leave their brokerage because they've seen other agents do that and they see what happens. And like, honestly, if that's the kind of culture you're surrounded with, meaning like, hey, you know, if you leave that you're going to get buried or that the broker's, you know, going to say something or whatever the case is, that's not a culture you would want to be a part of. It's like a toxic culture. You don't want to be in a toxic culture like that. You should be in a place where like, hey, if you had to part ways, there wasn't a negative sentiment around it, or, you know, there weren't things being said. Like it should be a positive, upbeat culture that's focused on growth and helping people advance, not even just their careers in real estate, but truly their lives and personally grow and develop in the process. And for some people on their journey of growth and development, it's going to lead to them going a different direction with real estate or with life at various points, and there shouldn't be some kind of backlash when and if that happens. So if you're noticing that and that's a fear, like I would tell you that's as big of a red flag as you could have, that the culture is not what it could or should be compared to what actually may be out there for you. So those are really the most common reasons, and I would assess each and every single one of these. And if you're finding that at this point in your real estate journey that you're not getting one of those 5 things, or you know that one of those 5 or maybe even multiple are speaking to you, I would truly assess what it is you're going to do about it. Because the beautiful thing is you're not stuck. As real estate agents, we are free agents. We're free to go to and from brokerages. We're generally not on signed commitments that will keep us there. We're 1099 contractors. As long as we're 1099, we can make a decision as far as where we're hanging that license and who we're aligning ourselves with. So if you're finding that 1, 2, 3, multiple of these, whatever the case is, are something that is lacking in your current brokerage environment, I would tell you to do something about it. Assess what is going to be more in alignment with helping you get more of what you need. And one last thing I'd add while I'm out there is like, I'm someone who helps people reposition their real estate businesses, because like for a lot of people, getting to their next goal is going to involve changing their environment. Because I heard Alex Ramosi say this recently, I wrote it down, but he said that your current environment is reinforcing the person who you've been up to this point in your life. So if you want to change your life, you have to change your environment. So that may be the right move for you based on one, if not multiple of those 5 things. And if you're going to reassess your environment and see how you can find something that's providing more of the help you need, more of the training you need, leads that are actually valuable for you in your business, somewhere that's not taking all this money and providing so little value, and somewhere that has a positive, upbeat culture that's collaborative and not just competitive, if you're looking for one, if not multiple of those 5 things, do this. Connect with me. Send me an email, because I help people get in a position in their business where they have more of all 5 of those things going for them, so that they truly have more of what they need to actually succeed and reach their goals in real estate. So if you email me and tell me where you're at in the business, let me know that you're reassessing things and trying to figure out how you can get more of you fill in the blank. What are you looking for? Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll come back to you with some value and see how I can help you navigate the playing field ahead and get you in a better position in your business to ultimately win and succeed with it. And so if you got value out of this video, if you found it helpful, insightful, what have you, do this. Hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you in the time ahead. And that being said, thank you so much for watching the video. Until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.